Sometimes during Christmas, something magical happens.
Hey, Cricket customers. The Max with Ads plan is included with the Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. And this holiday season, Max is the one to watch when you're feeling festive.
Son of a nutcracker!
Cozy up to all the holiday classics, like Elf, 8-Bit Christmas, and the Harry Potter 8 film collection. Just log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices. Phone plan streams and standard definition. Programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
We know her as Crooked Hillary. But to Nikki Haley, Hillary Clinton is her personal role model. The reason she ran for office. Here's Nikki in her own words.
I often say that the reason I got into politics was because of Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is actually the reason, she is actually the reason that I made the jump.
So Haley raised taxes like Hillary, backs open borders and unlimited work visas like Hillary, did favors for Chinese companies like Hillary. Now the globalist Wall Street bankers who financed Hillary's campaigns are funding Haley's campaign. No wonder the liberal CEO of Wall Street's biggest bank says,
If you're a very liberal Democrat, I urge you, help Nikki Haley too.
And just like Hillary Clinton, Nikki Haley shouldn't be president because she's wrong for America. Learn more at therealnikki.com. Paid for by Fight Writing, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Fight Writing is responsible for the content of this ad. Fight-right.org.
Tina Tan and Tweez is now reopened. After much ado about apparently nothing, we're happy to announce that Tina Tan and Tweez is back open to the general public. Fake news. That's right, we here at Triple T are back in business and better than ever. So get those pasty marble bags off the couch and come get some fresh rage. We're talking to you. Tired of looking in the mirror and seeing a ghost? TTT has 2 state-of-the-art tanning beds to suit all skin tones and types. With our advanced 1982 burning bulb systems, you'll walk away feeling red and ready to take on those selfies with confidence. You need more Facebook likes. Forget those modern UV filter beds other salons offer. With our special microwave technology, you'll get that painful, dark, rose-colored glow you've always been looking for. Rosy red. Special event? Coronavirus party or NASCAR race coming up? Vroom, vroom. Come on in and peel off that first layer of epidermis to achieve maximum stop sign hue. Prom night right around the corner? If you're 15 to 18, don't forget to ask for the Little Chicken Special. You'll get a 37-minute turn in one of our 2 currently operating tan vans. Parked right on the corner of Lola Avenue and Fairburn Street, these vans are illegal in 49 states. But due to Tina's special relationship with the men of City Council, we are happy to bring back this early 80s tanning process. Illegal. Ladies, have some extra pine straw in your flower beds? Fear not, our tweezing specialists are here to save your day or night. You're gonna get laid. With over 2 weeks of experience, our pube technicians will remove unwanted hair from your naughty bits one by one. The redder, the better. Our tweeze facilities are state-of-the-art with government-approved sterilization after each guest. We only use the best Pine Sol cleaning products before, during, and after each tweeze. Smells like Christmas. You'll know you're getting the cleanest tweeze available with that unmistakable smell and Tina Tan and Tweez special burn after each pluck. Feel that burn. Hey guys, don't be shy. It's 2020. We are happy to offer a full range of man potato and happy hole waxing. Chill out and relax in our man cavern. Drink some beer, watch some ESPN, and get your sacks nice and slick. Silky smooth sacks. We are conveniently located in the center of town behind Chicken Palace on the first floor of Dr. D's Podiatry Clinic. We have a coveted 2-star rating on Google, are open 24 hours a day except for Tuesdays, and take appointments by phone. Ring, ring. Have an upcoming birthday, anniversary, or wedding and need a place to host your event? Tina Tan and Tweez now offers a full-service event facility in the back of the tweezing room, as well as food catered by Tina's mom, Vera Lee. She's out of jail. Pick from 5 different entrees, like squirrel pie, raccoon couscous, and Vera's locally famous 7-meat lasagna. Who wants seconds? And don't forget, each event comes with Crabapple's finest DJ, Funky Fresh Fred. Fresh as a daisy. He'll be spinning all your favorite hits from the 70s, 80s, and more 80s. Hit the dance floor and let loose while Fred spins the soundtrack of the night. Winger, Air Supply, Warrant, and all your favorite couple skate songs will be available on Fred's iPod. Rock and roll, hoochie coo. You'll have a party for the ages at Tina Tan and Tweez.
Tina Tan and Tweez is legally obligated to disclose we are not allowed to serve food on premises. All catering will be provided inside of Dr. D's podiatry examination room. Due to health department restrictions, all food must be served in a brown paper bag. Tina Tan and Tweez is obligated to announce that we no longer offer the one-hand band massage package. We are happy to announce, however, that all massage therapists have been returned to their country of origin unharmed.
We had no idea where they came from. So come on down to Tina Tan and Tweez for the grand reopening. Tina, Tan, and Tweez. We groom you with ease exactly where you please.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
It's not a good look, Hoadley, when you're embarrassed in front of your child when you can't say a word. And when I'm like,
did you start making things up?
Yes, I did. I was like, the pussamacock.
All right.
Cocking my balls. I mean, I'm like, I just fear that my son's going to walk into school one day and be like, it's a pussy. It's a pussimaraptor.
Yes, because you know they're going to have the pictures of the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, the dinosaurs are coming.
Yes.
Those kids
dinosaurs.
are good at saying those dinosaur names, but me as an adult, I can't say it.
Go with a straight T-Rex.
T-Rex, that's a good idea. Or Velociraptor, but then like a Velociraptor,
just
something
raptor.
that just eats your heart out, isn't it? Like just spits on you and you die of acid or something like that. I had a bad problem with acne when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Bad problem. Like so bad that I had to take the drug Accutane.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did. And now it's got a black box warning where it's like,
it
a lot of people didn't fare so well on the drug and it made them suicidal. I look back on that time now, and I know that I was a little cuckoo, just because of some incidents that happened while I was on Accutane. That shit was strong, but man, did it clear up my skin.
Well,
really did the job.
Clear skin, crazy mind.
Ended up in the loony bin, but man, do I have perfect skin. And I don't know if I'm becoming angry or other people are just dicks. But do you ever... I don't know if I'm becoming angry or you're just an asshole. I'm not sure which one it is, but fuck you. Yeah.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
What is that?
It's my dolphin friend.
What?
Yeah.
Are you a dolphin?
Dave the dolphin.
Dave?
Dave the dolphin, or the Platypus. He's a... What is a dolphin?
Portipus.
A portipus. That's right. I'm reading all these books to my children, to Matthias.
Yes.
And Pete the Cat is one of them. You gave my son Pete the Cat,
I did.
the first Pete the Cat book.
It's a cool book.
It's an awesome book. Honestly, it's an awesome book. It's all about Pete and dancing, and you should never stop dancing and all this other stuff. So Krissy writes this beautiful foreword in the book, and then my son all of a sudden, like 3 weeks ago, picks up Pete the Cat, and he says, Dad, Pete the Cat. I mean, we told him the name. You didn't actually read the name, but he says, Dad, read me Pete the Cat before we go to bed. So now we got like a whole collection of Pete the Cat books, and we're reading Pete the Cat. One of them is Pete the Cat meets dinosaurs. It's like Caveman Pete.
Yes.
And they put the real
Caveman Pete. Caveman Cat Pete.
Caveman Cat Pete. Caveman Cat. That's what it is. Caveman Cat, right? And so they put in the actual book, they put the names of the actual dinosaurs. Like he meets all these dinosaurs. And it's like Varampamaraster. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I have to stop and phonics it out for my child. It's not a good look, Hoadley, when you're embarrassed in front of your child when you can't say a word. And when I'm like...
Did you start making things up?
Yes, I did. I was like, the pussimacock.
All right.
Cocking my balls. I mean, I'm like, I just fear that my son's going to walk into school one day and be like, it's a pussy. It's a pussimaraptor.
Yes, because you know they're going to have the pictures of the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, the dinosaurs are coming.
Yes.
Those kids
dinosaurs.
are good at saying those dinosaur names, but me as an adult, I can't say it. Like,
go with a straight T-Rex.
T-Rex, that's a good idea. Or Velociraptor, but then like a Velociraptor,
just
something
raptor.
that just eats your heart out, isn't it? Like just spits on you and you die of acid or something like that. I don't know, but what I do know is I feel like the two people who write these books could stop taking peyote and watching their cat around the house, and you don't have to put the real name of the dinosaur. Just put something else. Put like Tom the dinosaur. Yeah, or Bob the flying, whatever you want to call it, but don't call it a Maronkamaroop or whatever it is, a Salamaplatamapoodu. I'm like, what the hell? Just give me a second, Matthias. I just got to stop here for a second. And let me check with Google.
Yes, exactly.
Google
knows
phonics
all.
me. That's right. I'm Bryan. This is Krissy, and
Happy New Year.
It's Tuesday edition of The Commercial Break, and we are so happy that you are here.
You can go to tcbpodcast.com to find out more about Krissy and I, read all the show notes, and watch our entire library.
Our entire
library. It's all there.
So
it's all there for the
I'm
taking.
picturing somebody kind of putting it up on a big screen.
Yeah.
Settling in with a popcorn.
You feel like there's like production assistants behind us, just writing file names constantly. Yes. There was a time when, like, I think
Get ready to binge.
That's
Bryan
right.
and Krissy.
Ready to binge Bryan and Krissy. Episodes 30 through 50, minus 32, 37, 41, 67, and 49, where Bryan forgot to press record.
True story.
True story. At the commercial break on Instagram, at Bryan Green, BryanGreen on Clubhouse, or at TCB Krissy, Krissy on Clubhouse. If you hit the little bell, you'll get notified about when Krissy and I are going in live to record on Clubhouse. Yeah, we'll do that over the next couple of weeks. Certainly, we'll put out an episode. We're going to interact with you. But here's what you really want to do is you want to join the Commercial Break Club. It's called the Commercial Break Club. So look for the clubs and then look for Commercial Break, because Krissy and I have started a club specifically dedicated to the commercial break, where we'll be recording in there. And then I imagine we're going to do ancillary stuff. Like, we're going to hook up with some other comedians and sketch writers and stuff like that. And we'll do some audio content on there on Clubhouse. It's really exciting, actually. I'm super excited.
So exciting.
It's so. If this is it, please tell me so. If you can, baby, let me go. If this is it. Boo.
Is that Huey?
That's Huey Lewis and the News.
Hip to be square.
If you have a horn section in your band, you're fucking badass, and I suggest you go back and listen to the Huey Lewis and the News. So I'm watching a lot of Love Connection.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, the audience picked Tom, 56%. If you want to go out with Tom, we'll pay for it.
I like long.
No, thanks. I just got molested in my own apartment.
God.
I mean, what a ridiculous concept. Blind Date and Love Connection. These two dating shows that I am obsessed with watching right now. Like, every time I take a shower, I bring my phone in there and I'm watching episodes of either Blind Date or Love Connection. Love Connection is a much older show.
How
it started
in
a
show in the shower.
Because I have my phone.
Okay.
But it's waterproof.
Oh.
Yeah. And I have this little thing that actually holds your phone in front of you.
Oh, my God.
I know. I'm just so... It's the only time I can watch TV in privacy.
In peace.
That's right. I got little...
And you're choosing Love Connection.
I'm choosing Love Connection over Lorax or Disney Channel or yet another episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. So...
He lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants! So I'm watching Love Connection and Blind Date, which are both perfectly fantastic shows in their own way. And they're little time capsules. And you can go back.
Yes.
And some of you probably weren't even born when the Love Connection came out. It started in like 1982. Yeah. But they have 2,036 episodes or something, some crazy number like that. Here's the premise, of which I've said before on the show. Guy or girl come on. Then there's 3 guys or 3 girls, depending on, it's heterosexual mainly. I've never seen a gay episode of the Love Connection, though I imagine that would have been fantastic. But so what they
were
do,
missing out.
Yeah, they would, honestly. Mm-hmm. I don't think Chuck Woolery would allow it. now that I know Chuck Woolery a little bit better, Chuck kind of turned out to be a dick, didn't you? But so then you either pick one of the 3 to go out with on a blind date, or the audience can pick somebody to go out on a date for you, and then you're stuck going out with that person that the audience picked for you. The crazy thing about this, and I've said this before, is that they actually show up at each other's houses to pick them up for a blind date. And then they'll like go into their house and like, it's a whole day long date. So they'll change to get, in the same house together. Yeah, they would go
to the beach and go to dinner.
That's right. Then they go change in between and then we'll take then we took a nap at his house. And I'm like, took a nap at his house?
Right.
Can't even make it
Stranger
for dinner.
Danger.
That's right. I can't even make it through dinner on a blind date without asking your social security number these days. I mean, it's crazy.
It's foreign.
So I'm watching this, and then as I'm watching this, now YouTube is catching on that I'm liking stuff from the 80s. So it's populating my next up with a lot of like old music videos, like Remote Control from MTV, the show. Yes.
And then it started populating Huey Lewis in the News videos, because Huey Lewis in the News was all over MTV for a second. They were the hottest.
Oh, yeah.
But they were like a square band. They weren't like Guns N' Roses or, Thin Lizzy or whatever, any of those. What was the other band that everybody liked back then? Milli Vanilli. Wasn't like Meatloaf.
Yeah.
It was like any of those other bands. So what they did was they populated all this Huey Lewis stuff and I started just getting like really hooked on listening to old Huey Lewis stuff. And I thought to myself, man, the kids are really missing out these days.
Yeah.
On Huey Lewis in the News. They probably have no fucking clue who I'm talking about. Hopefully they'll go Google him, because some of that music, he is saying the same things that the kids are saying today in their lyrics, just in a much, I guess, more kind of like lighthearted way.
Yeah.
But he's saying the same things. It's all about, being lovesick.
I want a new drug.
I want a new drug.
One
that won't make me cry.
Yeah. One that won't make me dun, dun, dun.
I just want to get high. I want a new drug. Go, Huey, go. Yeah. So I'm just saying, for the record, that I think if you haven't heard Huey Lewis in the News, or you haven't heard him for a while, you should go back and take a listen, because it's got a horn section. It's fucking rock and roll R&B, and it's pretty good at Hoadley. It's pretty
badass.
outstanding. It'd be a dream of mine to get like Huey Lewis on the show.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome? He lost a lot of his hearing though, so I think sometimes you can have trouble getting him on. Didn't he lose his hearing?
He did. Yep.
Like most of it or all of it?
Yeah, he kind of made the rounds on, I think I saw him on CBS Sunday Morning and different things. So yeah, they've talked about that, but he's very open and talking about it. I bet he'd be open to coming on our show.
Well, we'll have to see if we can make that happen. And then I also noticed that as the time goes on, Huey's voice, while very strong for most of the 80s and 90s, as we get into the 2006, 7, if you can catch live, he doesn't do a lot. They don't do a lot of live appearances, but when you catch those, you can tell he's having trouble catching a tune. Like it's not that his voice isn't strong; it's that he is out of tune. So I don't think he can hear himself.
There's a correlation.
Yeah,
there.
that's just speculation. That's just Bryan's more of Bryan's bullshit. So that's information you can take to the bank.
That's right.
I'm like a computer full of facts.
Deposited
into the bank. Would you like anything else, Mr. Green? No, that's okay. Thank you. Do you have extra deposit tickets?
Oh my God.
Remember that? Do you have extra deposit tickets?
One of those in forever.
Deposit tickets. I haven't even been inside a bank in 12 months.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all these complicated banking transactions right online. Quite frankly, I like it better that way. Yeah, I'm like wiring money to people, and
ooh.
So I guess that's the most complicated thing I did. I'm like wiring money to people, wiring money to international drug lords.
Right.
I just sent you $2 million, Mr. Jesus. I want the cocaine on a plane to Miami in less than 2 days.
Now you're going back to the 70s.
No, that's the 80s.
Okay.
And Miami was a cocaine cowboy days back in the 80s.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You could even call your aunt, who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Cellular Advantage, located at 918 South Locust Street in Glenwood.
Sometimes during Christmas, something magical happens.
Hey, Cricket customers. The Max with Ads plan is included with the Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. And this holiday season, Max is the one to watch when you're feeling festive.
Son of a nutcracker!
Cozy up to all the holiday classics, like Elf, 8-Bit Christmas, and the Harry Potter 8 film collection. Just log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices. Phone plan streams and standard definition programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
See that? Like, I got some fucking zits going on right here across my. You know what? Here's the thing. I felt like my skin was getting a little dry the other day. Right? We were having that kind of last push for the cold spell, and then you got the heat blaring in your house, and your skin. My skin can get really dry.
Out too.
So I go into my wife's, magic book of tricks over there.
The lotions and potions.
Yeah, the lotions and potions division, right? I go into the makeup division of the house, and I'm like, wonder what my wife's got for good old cracked skin, like just dry skin. And I see there's some cocoa
butter.
Cocoa Loco butter, right? And I'm like, I should really put some of that on my skin. I bet that's going to help me out a great deal. And I put it on, and in one day, and my forehead turned into a zit factory. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, my skin just was like, had a bad reaction. It just turned into zits. And I felt like I was a teenager again, looking, watching Clearasil commercials and asking my mom to buy me something to fix all the zits. I had a bad problem with acne when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Bad problem. Like so bad that I had to take the drug Accutane.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did. And now it's got a black box warning where it's like,
It does.
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't fare so well on the drug and it made them suicidal. I look back on that time now and I know that I was a little cuckoo just because of some incidents that happened while I was on Accutane. That shit was strong, but man, did it clear up my skin.
Well,
really did the job.
Clear skin, crazy mind.
Ended up in the loony bin, but man, do I have perfect skin. Look at that shine. Look right there. Look
about
at that.
The appearance.
Yeah. You ever get zits as an adult and wonder if it's all coming back?
No,
but you never had a problem with your skin.
No, but now I kind of do with it being very sensitive, like you were discussing with the changing of the seasons and the weather. And I have bad allergies too.
Oh my God, the allergies are killing me.
It's about to be pollen season.
Pollen season, for those of you that don't know, here in Atlanta means that we could get up to 1/4 of an inch of yellow dust in a fucking day and a nighttime. No joke. And you can be when it's the worst of the worst, like the 2 weeks.
There's
where it's
dust
just the worst,
clouds.
just dust clouds, just
swirling,
yellow clouds of dust flying off of trees, and everything is hazy, and it gets in your car and in your house and on your shoes, in everything. It's like snow, but it's yellow. And it doesn't melt or go away until you get that one good rain that just kind of. But then once you get the good rain, then it starts all over again. It's like it's just a vicious cycle.
March and April
is
crazy.
Awful. Yeah, the allergies kill me. But every time that I get a zit now, I think I'm traumatized.
Yeah,
like I think I'm going. Yeah, going back to I go in the old memory bank. and I remember when I didn't have any friends except for.
Right. Oh.
My dolphin friends.
Yes, Dave.
Dave the dolphin. Just call Dave the dolphin. Why do you have to call it a Maranka Marampa Maru? It just doesn't make any sense to me. How do you do that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But the weather is beautiful out here in Atlanta right now. That is we are in that 15-day stretch.
We are.
And so last week I decided I'm going to go take a run because I like to run. And now that
good for you.
Yeah, the kids are loose. The schedules are loosening up a little bit. So I felt like, let me run out there for 45 minutes. I have to say something though, Hoadley. And I don't know if I'm becoming angry or other people are just dicks. But do you ever? I don't know if I'm becoming angry or you're just an asshole. I'm not sure which one it is, but fuck you. Yeah, I have noticed, especially over the last, let's call it 4 or 5 years, that people are really getting aggressive about the walkway, like the trail that you walk on. Every major city has one. Every small city has one. That trail at the park that you walk up and down. Sometimes it's paved, sometimes it's not. And I don't know what people's fucking problems are, but isn't it like just understood that you should walk on the right side of the trail?
Yes.
Why?
There's an etiquette. Well, that's you drive.
We drive on the right side. That's
I think
correct.
It's just your mind kind of just goes.
Why can't people just take that same etiquette? You would never drive on the left-hand side of the road.
Yes, moving.
If you're moving, you move on the right. Yeah. And I guess if you're in London, then you do it the opposite way, right? But if you're in America, in the United States of America that I know of, I don't know of any. There's possibly some down in Florida because Florida's just weird. But if you're driving on the right, side of the road, when you start moving in any other form, then you should move to the right-hand side. Mm-hmm. It should just be a thing that we all fucking do.
Yes.
But no, It's little Betty Sue with her fucking little waggly ass dog that's got to be walking on the left-hand side of the road. And I watch it. I'm a quarter mile away. I'm a tenth of a mile away. I'm getting into the hundreds of yards away.
Your senses start to pick up.
My senses start to pick
like
up.
They're not moving.
Yeah, that Betty Sue and her wiggly ass, fucking waggly ass dog, they're not moving. And she's staring at me. She's staring at me and she's saying, I'm not moving. Not 1 inch. This is my side of the road. I was here first. Yeah. Oh, were you, Betty? Move over with your wiggly ass, waggly ass dog.
Yeah.
I don't understand what is in people's heads that they want to play chicken on the walkway. It's as if they have already. True. Do you get this? Mm-hmm. I feel like since the last election, and I'm just pinpointing a day.
I just leave it to people and then I go the opposite.
I want to.
I'm just going to let it go.
I want to be that guy who just lets it go. But I find myself angry for hundreds of yards after I pass people.
Why didn't they pass?
I know.
Why didn't they
pass me? What they do? They probably voted for so-and-so, or they're rooting for the other team, or
Right.
Betty's probably the kind of girl who would, fuck you in the ass and not give you a reach around. God damn it, Betty.
Yeah.
I am doing the thing that I imagine they're doing to me, which is, here he comes. He thinks because he's running down the pathway and he can't move. I've got my dog with me and I'm an old lady.
It's good times out there on the running trail.
It is, but I just want to know what's in people's heads. Why can't they move to the proper side when you see that someone's coming and they're on the proper side? And then don't even get me started about the entire families of people that walk down the...
Well, yeah, that's a whole other issue.
I'm upset.
You seem like
I'm upset about this. I've been waiting all week to talk about this because I'm upset about this. And I want people to know, I don't imagine our listeners do this, because I always imagine that one listener sitting here with us. And
it's exactly like us.
They're a reasonable, calm, pragmatic, super intelligent, pretty good looking person, sometimes without clothes on. Yeah. And that they would move over to the other side of the road. You live down near the Beltline. I'm sure you see this a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I can't go on the weekends because it's just totally overrun with people. And some people are speeding on their bike.
Oh, my God.
Whizzing by.
Oh, my God.
Other people are just casually walking with 15 other people. Some people are walking their dog and it's poops and you got to pick it up. It's just a whole thing. So I just avoid it on the weekends.
I agree with you. It's a whole fucking situation where it's just mass chaos. It's like as if we don't have something to. It's like we all landed on the walkway and we've never moved in any kind of fashion whatsoever before, and we're all trying to figure it out. But I think what it really is that people want to play chicken. They want you to move so that they feel better about themselves. So I got that guy to move. I got that. I showed that asshole.
Could be.
I showed that asshole. Me and my wiggly waggly fucking dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peaches.
Stood your ground.
Peaches, the 35-year-old, Pekingese bullshit little dog, shitting all over the place. One leg up, pissing on everybody as they run by. Mm-hmm. And don't even get me started about the guys on the bikes. The guys on the bikes who whiz by you like at 100 miles per hour, like, within an inch of your shoulder. And, ching, 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 move to the right, go fuck yourself. Go on the road like everybody else does. But then I get angry at the guys on the road that are riding their bike too.
Yeah.
America, that's right. I'm just so upset about this. Let's clear it up.
Okay.
There needs to be some kind of agreement here, like the.
You should draw up a treaty.
The Bryan Green International Walkway Treaty of 2021.
Yes.
I hereby do declare that March, whatever the fuck it is, 20th, the 2021 shall be International Walkway Treaty Day. Let it be known far and wide, from the hills of yonder to the waves of amber gray. Is it amber gray? To the waves of amber gray, that you shall walk on the right side of the road, far be it any time you decide to walk at all. And also, let it be known that anybody who thee chooses not to walk on thy right side of the road shall therefore thou be killed.
Wow.
By castration and mutilation of the eyeballs.
Dang, some people would get in line then.
Yes. I feel like...
where I feel like you could introduce this legislation? Jackie Weaver.
Jackie Weaver?
She knows how to get
Jackie
stuff
Weaver
done.
knows how to get shit done. That's right. I never thought about that, Hoadley. Hoadley, you're just...
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver.
But that's the problem. She has no authority here.
Well, she seemed like she had authority.
I'm sorry I'm going on about this, but I feel very strongly about this particular situation. I feel very strong. I always have felt very strongly about this. And when you have a pack of people, when there's 6 of you that are walking along, and everybody's just walking along, having a good time, that's all fine and good if there's no one there. Like,
Totally.
Listen, here's what I say. If you can't see, then let it be, right?
Yes.
But if you're in the way, please don't stay. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I just made that up, but you can, if there's 6 of you, you guys can just kind of fold up in line with each other and then fold back out into a little pack of animals afterwards. Listen, that's the treaty. And info@tcbpodcast.com if you'd like to sign the Bryan Green International Walkway Treaty of 2021, hereby declaring that we shall all walk on the right side of the pathway, ride our bikes on the right side of the pathway. Bikers, don't jump up on people an inch from their shoulders. Just, bikers, here's what I think you should do. I think you should get off your bike. If you're approaching somebody from behind, get off your bike, walk the bike in front of the person, and then get to riding.
Well, you could at least not whiz by 1 inch away.
That's right.
From them.
Stop whizzing by me.
Oh, whiz. No whizzing. That's going in the treaty. No whizzing.
A whiz? What's that? The Treaty of 2021. I made the Treaty of 21. Back before we had legs. I made the International Crawlway Treaty of 21. That's right. You could get eaten by a snake and die from a wild pack of badgers.
Ooh.
Yeah, born just a couple of days ago from my girlfriend's vajayjay.
Dangerous.
Dangerous indeed, Miss Hoadley. Dangerous indeed. JFK. Who's the guy? Winston Churchill. Nelson Mandela. Bryan Green. These are people that are saving the earth one treaty at a time, one peace act at a time.
History books.
That's right. I feel like me and Mahatma Gandhi are going to be mentioned in the same language. When people think back on this moment in history, they're going to go, thank God Bryan spoke up. Thank God Bryan spoke up.
He was doing something we all thought.
We were headed for sure destruction.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, everyone has been thinking about this.
Chaos.
Yeah. This has been in someone's head. Everybody's head. I know you've thought it because I know you've been that asshole on the left side. And listen, I'm not saying I've never been on the left side. There's an occasion when I've been on the left side for whatever reason. Yeah. But I always try and make an effort to move to the right side because I know that it's the appropriate thing to do. So just all I'm asking is next time, think about it a little bit. Do you really want to play chicken with me? Because I don't know that I'm going to be calm so much longer, Hoadley.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I'll do something about it.
Hey, speaking of Nelson Mandela, have you heard of the Mandela Effect?
I have not.
Okay, here's the premise of the Mandela Effect, okay? The premise of the Mandela Effect is that when something gets inside of the collective conscience, like Nelson Mandela died in jail. Well, Nelson Mandela did not die in jail. He never did, but people think this, right? And so back in the day, some scientists did some research, and they figured out that, and I don't know who the scientists were, and I don't know what the research was because I'm just making this up as I go along. But what they figured out was that when one caveman started to write on the wall, then cavemen in the other side of the world also started to write on the wall.
That is wild.
Isn't that fascinating?
That's crazy. Is it kind of like, too, when you think somebody died? Because I know we were just talking about this the other day where you talked about Chuck Norris.
I thought he died.
And I said, I don't believe that's true.
It's actually not true.
But then you kind of question yourself, like, well, is it true?
Wait, did he?
I haven't seen him in a while.
That's correct.
But I don't remember him being dead.
So the Mandela Effect is basically when mass amounts of people think that something happened, they remember something happening that actually never happened.
Okay.
And one of those things is that Nelson Mandela had died in jail, but he clearly didn't because he got out of jail. And that was kind of the most famous part about Nelson Mandela is he then became the president of South Africa for so many years. He rose up. Yeah. Guy was a badass. He spent all those years in prison writing all those notes out to people, and then he got out eventually and he became the president. And I think he shepherded the country through apartheid, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's lots of examples of the Mandela Effect, and I just want to give you a few.
Okay.
Jiffy peanut butter. How do you spell Jiffy peanut butter?
I'm going Jiffy.
Yeah, it's not even. There's not even a Y. It's Jif. It's Jif peanut butter. Yeah,
just Jif.
But you thought it was Jiffy, right?
I did.
The Berenstein Bears.
Well, but you kind of led.
I did. Well, I got to make it interesting for the.
How do you spell Jiffy? It's not even Jiffy.
It's not even Jiffy. I tricked you.
Okay. It's just Jeff.
What is a cock holding? What is cock holding?
Holding cock?
Yes, it's when your wife's holding the neighbor's cock.
Oh.
I thought that.
Is that on your list?
Yes, it's right here on Esquire magazine.
Below Jiffy peanut butter?
Yeah, below Jiffy peanut is cock holding. It's not cock holding, it's cuck holding.
Okay.
And for those of you that don't know, cuck holding is when you enjoy watching your significant other have sex with someone else, when you enjoy watching it. And that seems so strange to me, but it's a thing. There's whole websites that are dedicated to this, but I always thought it was cock holding, meaning your wife was holding somebody else's cock. Yeah, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, look, there's my wife cock holding somebody else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Provocateur 3000.
That's right.
Cock holding, spinning, Jiffy Jif lubrication. It's peanut butter for your cock holding.
Oh, you just got all three of those in.
I wonder if peanut butter is a thing you could masturbate with. I guess anything with oil in it, you can probably figure it out, huh?
It seems like it would become sticky.
I'm going to do some show research and I'll get back to you next week. That's me. Never mind. Okay. Did Curious George have a tail?
Yes.
Yes, he did. No, he didn't.
No.
He did not have a tail. That's right.
He was swinging from tree to tree with the tail. I thought the tail was aiding in the tree swing. Am I thinking of, who did you say? Curious George?
Curious George.
Okay.
Let's find another one here that I think will be interesting. Is Mother Teresa a saint?
Yes.
No, she's not.
They never actually made her a saint.
She was not canon. Oh, actually, she was canonized in 2016, but many people remember it happening in the 1990s.
Oh.
That's not a good one. That's not a good example. This is not a good example.
I would like our listeners to write us.
So if you've ever been to the Magic Kingdom, do you remember where the castle was located?
No.
Most people remember it being the entrance to the park. Well, you've never been to Disney World.
No.
I can't believe you've never been to Disney World. Mm-mm. How have you never been to Disney World?
Well, I went to a part of it. I did like Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain is not a... Magic Mountain isn't... No.
That's not Disney?
No. That's in California.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Yes.
Oh, then you've been to Disney World.
Yes.
Oh, you've been inside the Magic Kingdom.
7th grade. But we didn't do like Universal Studios, and I always wanted to do that part.
Well, Universal Studios is not Disney. That's all. That's okay. Well, we won't get into it here on the show. But many people.
Are you sure that's the Mandela Effect?
Universal Studios is clearly in Disney World. Clearly. Did Chuck Norris die? Nope, but his mother did. Oh, that's where that came from.
What's the whole movie part of Disney?
What do you mean, what's the whole movie part?
Isn't there a movie part of Disney?
MGM Studios.
Okay.
Not Universal Studios.
Okay.
It used to be called MGM Studios. It's now called Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
But everyone will forever remember it as MGM Studios because that's how it was initially launched as MGM. But then Disney, now Disney has its own IP. It doesn't need to buy any from MGM.
Yes.
But many people remember that the castle was actually at the front of the park.
And it's not?
No, it's not at the front of the park.
It seems like it's off in a distance.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But you can see it when you walk in.
Off. Yeah.
Is that right? Do I have this
right?
right?
You can see it.
You've got more Disney experience.
You can see it through Main Street. So you can see it certainly when you walk in.
Uh-huh.
You're actually, so here's a little fun fact about Disney. When you get to Disney's front entrance, the actual park, the Magic Kingdom park, is 20 feet above your head. So what you see like a big flower bed with Mickey's face in it, and then you see the train up top, right? And you're like, oh, there's a train up, in the sky up there. But you are actually walking into the park and then going up a slope 20 feet. Because there are tunnels underneath of Disney World where they can manage the trash and, move from one place to the other.
Like a city.
One of the things that Walt never liked about Disneyland is he didn't like seeing Tigger the bear in Space Mountain Land. He didn't like the characters were moving from one place to the other because they had to go backstage areas some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So he wanted tunnels underneath so that they could just kind of pop up and
move
appear.
around.
Yeah, move around.
Get around. Yep. Makes sense.
Same premise
that I
have.
Was Disney World built first? Or
Disneyland was built first.
It was built first.
Yeah, it was built in the 40s, and then Disney World was opened in 1971.
In Florida in the swamp.
Yes. He bought 130,000 acres in the swamp. But here's the genius about Walt Disney. He knew that if he bought all of those acres in his own name, that it would be a land grab. People would be trying to buy up all this property, and they would make it much more expensive for him to do what he wanted to do. So he was buying these large chunks of lands in different people's names, like his nephew and his uncle and blah, 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 blah. The guy was pretty smart.
Yeah,
that Walt Disney guy. He was pretty smart. Still, Walt Disney's still open to this day. In case anybody was wondering. Walt Disney's still going on today.
Good to know it's not dead.
It's not dead. Didn't die.
Mickey's not dead.
But Walt did.
Walt did die.
Yeah. So I can understand why people think Disney World closed a long time ago, but it didn't. It's still open to this day. There you go.
Well, it was closed for the COVID, but it's reopened now.
Okay. It was closed for like a couple of Disney World was closed for a couple of weeks, or a month or two, but then it opened and they were still having people with masks on.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Cellular Advantage, located at 918 South Locust Street in Glenwood.
We know her as Crooked Hillary. But to Nikki Haley, Hillary Clinton is her personal role model. The reason she ran for office. Here's Nikki in her own words.
I often say that the reason I got into politics was because of Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is actually the reason, she is actually the reason that I made the jump.
So Haley raised taxes like Hillary, backs open borders and unlimited work visas like Hillary, did favors for Chinese companies like Hillary. Now the globalist Wall Street bankers who financed Hillary's campaigns are funding Haley's campaign. No wonder the liberal CEO of Wall Street's biggest bank says,
If you're a very liberal Democrat, I urge you, help Nikki Haley too.
And just like Hillary Clinton, Nikki Haley shouldn't be president because she's wrong for America. Learn more at therealnikki.com. Paid for by Fight Writing, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Fight Writing is responsible for the content of this ad. Fight-right.org.
The holidays start here at Baker's with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Baker's has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
So here's one. Did the Monopoly guy have a monocle?
I want to say that he did.
He did not have a monocle. He did not have a monocle. And
I'm picturing him with the monocle.
You
twirling a top hat.
That is the Planters Peanut guy. This is why the Planters Peanut guy had a monocle. And he was twirling his top hat, right?
Wonder why you kind of cross those things.
I don't understand why you would cross those things. One's a peanut and one is an actual man. And one's running and one is dancing. I don't get it.
Hats.
They both do have top. Yeah, but there's lots of people who have top hats, and I don't remember them with a monocle. They'll be a lot cooler if they did.
Like you should wear a
monocle. It just seems like you should have a monocle on when you do this. Fun fact. In Chicago, my grandparents lived in Melrose Park. And Melrose Park was a very Italian part of Chicago. Mm-hmm. And, the Italians, they kind of ran the city for a while. I don't know if you heard, if you heard of a guy named Al Capone, the Italians were there, right? They were there, and maybe they still do to this day. I don't know, none of my business. I swear to God, I don't know anything. And so my grandfather, while he was Irish, was friendly with a lot of the Italians. Mm-hmm. And so he was one of the Irish guys that lived in the neighborhood, right? Back in those days, when they built those houses in the 20s and 30s, because they were around the Prohibition era, it was popular to put bars in the basements. It's flat as a piece of paper in Chicago. It's like, not like here in Atlanta where you got all these hills.
Yes.
So they would build these subterranean basements there.
Oh, wow.
It was like literally like you walk down a set of stairs outside the house and then you were in the basement. And a lot of people had bars. But I'm not talking about like a bar like you think of now, like, two little stools and some guys got some...
Like a man cave.
Yeah, like
bar.
a man cave, right? My all organic, fruity duty, all natural agave juice with some, handmade whiskey that you can only buy once every 7 years.
Right.
My buddy has a distillery in his office.
Right.
It's like the most popular whiskey ever. It's worth $75,000 a bottle. There's only one bottle and I have it. Fuck yourself. It's whiskey. Drink it. So stupid.
Yes.
So stupid, by the way. So my grandparents built an entire bar, like a Cheers style bar in their basement. It was actually a rounded bar that had like 20 seats on it, right? That went all the way around this wall, and the wall had booze and liquor and all this stuff.
That's so fun.
Yeah. And then they had tables, like cocktail tables around the basement. And a small little black and white TV, and then, like a couple of bookshelves with some stuff. So I remember when I was a kid, my grandparents used to throw parties where you'd have like Smokey Bones McGillicuddy, Smokey Joe. Hey, Bryan. Hey, Bryan, come here. Let me get, you want to puff my cigar? That's a Southern accent, not an Italian accent. But so he'd give me they were just playing around with us, right? But one of the things that was always there was whiskey, there were cigarettes, and there were Planters fucking peanuts. Oh. Everywhere in that basement. They had like 10, big jars of them.
No peanut allergies around there.
I don't think a peanut allergy existed until 2017 when someone figured it out on Facebook. Yes. Now I know peanut allergies are very serious. I'm not making fun of it, but it seems like a new thing, right? That peanut, I'm sure people had allergies to peanuts, but it didn't seem like anybody was too worried about it back in my grandma's basement, at least.
Right.
And so I spent hours literally eating those peanuts and staring at that little Planters guy. They were delicious. And so
salty, just the right amount of salt and crunchy.
Oh my God, so good. Yum. I never in the history of ever did I get him mixed up with the Monopoly guy. It just doesn't make any sense. I never got him mixed up with the Monopoly guy.
I'm going back to they're both wearing top hats.
They're both wearing top hats. That's what it is.
Characters.
Yeah. I think these things get just lumped in together. Someone else dies and then they think that someone else died.
Yes.
So when Bruce Lee died, we all thought Chuck Norris died. That's my excuse. That's my excuse.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Did you see that this NFT, non-fungible token shit?
Oh, yes, it's everywhere.
Did you see that guy sold his like little drawing for $89 million?
Yes.
$89 million for a fucking GIF? For a meme?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
It's crazy. I've been reading all about it.
I was thinking we should put some shows out on NFT.
We should.
What do you think?
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
sure we're going to get nothing for it, but I mean, you know. What if we put out a show on, but how does it work? How does the NFT work? Do you understand this?
A little bit. I mean, I know that you can create something, put it out there, then somebody can buy it and then they own it digitally forever. But that doesn't mean that people are paying you copyrights or anything like that.
No, you buy it once.
It's like a trading card.
Okay.
So it's like a
collectible.
Card. It's a collectible.
It's a collectible. And so
the rarer that it is and the more demand that there is for that piece of art or work, or it's Kings of Leon.
Yeah, that's true. They put out a whole album and they were selling it for like 0.5 NFT. I don't even know, like, how much is an NFT? I don't know. It's like $1. Is that
now the NFT is the actual item?
Oh, it's the item. Okay, then you buy it with Bitcoin and
cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've got some Ripple that's worth nothing. I could probably send their way.
There you go.
Who's the guy who made the picture? Is it Beanpole? His name Beanpole?
I don't know.
It's Beeple.
Yes, Beeple.
And he's an older gentleman who's like, he's dressed in he's got a Mr. Rogers sweater on.
Yeah,
did you see the reaction video where he's crying because it sold for $89 million?
Yeah, it's one of the largest amounts of money for a living artist.
He literally became
there was some kind of weird, crazy bidding war.
But why? What was so good about his shit?
Well, I mean, it was pretty cool. Piece of
was it like
art.
Isn't that like the guy that had like the light going through his stomach or something like that?
It was a collection of different parts in time or something. So
don't get it. Don't get why 89 million. And so then what do? You store it on a hard drive or something?
You can keep it. It's yours.
Okay. So once you have it, now you have it and you can do whatever you want with it.
Other people can somehow view it.
You can view it, but you can't actually own the original.
No.
Okay.
That's owned forever. Then it gets passed around like a trading card.
It's like a fucking picture.
Yeah.
I mean, people take pictures of the Mona Lisa all the time, but then they don't own the Mona Lisa. So I guess it's kind of a similar premise.
Very similar.
Wow. We got to get in on this, Hoadley.
We do.
NFT episodes now on Thursdays. Yeah.
Great.
Patreon on Wednesday, NFT on Thursday. 2 episodes on Thursday, on Monday, on
I'm
Tuesday
moving
and Friday.
into Bryan's house.
You enjoy it. Don't laugh. Don't lie. Don't lie. And I love you. You can move into my house anytime.
I love you.
Yeah.
Jeff may miss me.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell him he can come on by and cuckold you anytime he
Okay,
wants to.
great.
He can cuckold you anytime he wants
situation
to. That's
going.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, anytime you want a cuckold Hoadley, just come on by. We'll let you cuckold her. Sweet girl. Always holding everybody's cock for them.
Sweet girl.
Sweet girl. Sweet lady.
Special
Wow, what an
lady.
interesting day it's been, huh?
It has very.
If you only knew. Maybe someday.
Well, yes.
Someday we're going to present a full story about March 15th,
I'm going to write it in my diary.
2021.
It is the Ides of March.
That is true.
So
yeah.
that's why things went a little.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop,
Join
boop.
us on Clubhouse. Maybe we'll tell the story there.
Yes.
Maybe we'll tell the story on Clubhouse. This has been the most interesting studio day we have ever had.
Yep.
And we will share more about it on Clubhouse at Bryan Green, BryanGren, at TCB Krissy, that's KRISSY, at The Commercial Break on Instagram. And on Clubhouse, you can follow our new club, The Commercial Break. So please do. You'll be notified about when we're recording live, and you'll be able to join in. When we open it up for a conversation, you'll be able to join in, and we'd love to have you there.
Yes.
www.tcbpodcast.com is where you can go to read all the show notes, find out more about Krissy and I, and view our entire library. 470-584-8449 is where you can text or leave a message. Be aware, we may play the message if you leave one. And standard text messaging rates do apply for all of you internationally. We occasionally get some text messages and some
Their language?
voice messages. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're saying.
Can
We get a
Astrid-
lot of comments
can
on
Astrid translate?
I don't think it's Spanish.
Okay.
I think I could get through a Spanish comment.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of comments on our YouTube
Oh.
that are in completely different languages. And then it says see translation, and it makes even less sense. I feel like it made more sense when it was in Farsi than it did when it was in English.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think some people are just fucking with us. A lot of
Probably.
people like to put first, like in the comments section. And so I had to get with Astrid, and I'm like, why are people putting first in the comment section? She's like, oh, people do that. They want to be first to comment. And I'm like,
Oh.
you want to be first of 7 comments?
We'll let you do it.
Yeah. Hey, no problem. Good for you. You can be first of 7 comments. Good for you. Okay, that's it. That's all we got for you today.
Love
We'll see you on the
you.
Friday edition. Until next time, bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
We know her as Crooked Hillary. But to Nikki Haley, Hillary Clinton is her personal role model. The reason she ran for office. Here's Nikki in her own words.
I often say that the reason I got into politics was because of Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is actually the reason, she is actually the reason that I made the jump.
So Haley raised taxes like Hillary, backs open borders and unlimited work visas like Hillary, did favors for Chinese companies like Hillary. Now the globalist Wall Street bankers who financed Hillary's campaigns are funding Haley's campaign. No wonder the liberal CEO of Wall Street's biggest bank says,
If you're a very liberal Democrat, I urge you, help Nikki Haley too.
and just like Hillary Clinton, Nikki Haley shouldn't be president because she's wrong for America. Learn more at therealnikki.com. Paid for by Fight Writing, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Fight Writing is responsible for the content of this ad. Fight-right.org.
The holidays start here at Baker's with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail, or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Baker's has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
The Commercial Break. New episodes on Tuesdays and now Fridays. New YouTube clips drop daily at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Visit tcbpodcast.com for access to our entire media library. Follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram and join the Commercial Break Club on Clubhouse to join in live recordings. Each episode is written and produced by Bryan Green, co-hosted by Krissy Hoadley, with additional content provided by Tina Cano.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
We know her as Crooked Hillary. But to Nikki Haley, Hillary Clinton is her personal role model. The reason she ran for office. Here's Nikki in her own words.
I often say that the reason I got into politics was because of Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is actually the reason, she is actually the reason that I made the jump.
So Haley raised taxes like Hillary, backs open borders and unlimited work visas like Hillary, did favors for Chinese companies like Hillary. Now the globalist Wall Street bankers who financed Hillary's campaigns are funding Haley's campaign. No wonder the liberal CEO of Wall Street's biggest bank says,
If you're a very liberal Democrat, I urge you, help Nikki Haley too.
And just like Hillary Clinton, Nikki Haley shouldn't be president because she's wrong for America. Learn more at therealnikki.com. Paid for by Fight Right Inc., not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Fight Right Inc. is responsible for the content of this ad. Fight-right.org.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.